there, this is a series called We Are the World, and we prepared 5 episodes where we talk and listen and sometimes ramble on different topics. You are now listening to the 4th episode of the series, Why Capitalism?
Hi, I'm Dan Young, representing South Korea.
I'm Yedam, also representing South Korea.
I'm Sana, speaking for Poland.
Akshara, speaking for India.
Kelly for China. Alright, so businesses in a country can definitely have an impact on a country. In social studies, we all learned of different political systems and learned that capitalism and communism are completely opposite from one another. However, almost all economies run on some sort of mix between them. Adam Smith, the person who came up with capitalism, in his book believed, in simplest terms, that if people look out just for themselves in the free market, everyone would be happy and things would run smoothly. Now, with free will, is it fair to have curiosity to understand how it worked out for different countries? Let's not waste any time. We have a lot of interesting discussions coming up. Side note, please expect us to go on all different tangents together. The point is not just to talk about capitalism, but we really want to understand the culture in the country from experts with first-hand experience of living in the country. Woo! Okay.
So, for topic 1, have there been any interesting incidents that took place and really impacted businesses, or fascinating actions businesses took that was all the country was talking about? Let's start with China.
Okay, cool. So, something that has really affected the economy right now, or things that have been that have had more investments in, is of course renewable energy. As we all know, climate change is a thing, right? Right. It is a thing. It is a big thing. And the new generations or the younger companies and firms definitely have huge investments in sustainable and renewable energy. So there are many firms and companies that aim to invest and produce renewable energy after the encouragement of government. So they have subsidies for renewable energy as well as carbon taxes. So on both sides they have the encouragement. And they have solar panels are most common, which is in most of China they have solar panel, and hydro as well as wind electricity are closely looked at as well. Nuclear energy may also be researched, however, due to privacy of government, it is not clear. And more people are environmentally conscious after the detrimental effects of air pollution in China. As you all know, Beijing air pollution.
Like, it kind of relates to the political situation in South Korea, because like currently the government is like planning to switch from like nuclear power to like solar power, and it's really controversial because we don't really have that much of a advanced technology regarding solar panels and stuff. So like the Koreans are saying, if we want to switch to solar panels, then we would have to like borrow a lot of Chinese technology, which people are not like favoring currently. So yeah, it just reminded me of like the situation in South Korea.
That's really interesting. So, I heard about this 50-lane highway in China, and it has a lot of pollution, but apparently they closed it down for one day and the pollution disappeared.
Well, that's kind of logical, isn't it? Because, yeah, if we look at those pictures, yeah, for sure, because there is so much traffic in Beijing. Never, ever use your car in Beijing. Just some advice, guys. Either walk, bike, maybe go on a subway, but it is not at all preferable to go into cars like private ones. Once, actually last year, we were going like, I think it was like 20 kilometers. Took us like almost 1.5 hours to drive 20 kilometers.
Wow.
Yeah, we would literally sit in one spot for 40 minutes.
Yeah, you'd walk faster.
Yeah, exactly. That is what I'm saying, guys.
It's a very similar situation in a lot of studies in India because it's
Yeah.
a developing country, and there's a lot of air pollution because of it. I know people who wear masks even before the COVID thing
Yeah.
just because
Yeah.
of the pollution.
Exactly. Same in China.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same in Korea.
Cool. Moving on to Poland.
So for Poland, there aren't any major actions taken by businesses or anything really influential. But like a couple interesting things that are kind of show the nature of business in Poland, I guess, are first of all, the sugar tax was introduced by the government. And since that resulted in the prices of drinks like Coca-Cola going up, the people at stores decided to sell it instead of as a beverage. They sold it as like a stain remover, I think. Or no, a rust remover, yeah.
Mhm.
And
Wow.
yeah, that made it like that the tax doesn't apply and then they can sell it cheaper, which that was
Wow.
like a big talk in the country.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen videos of like people using Coca-Cola to like clean their
Yeah.
toilets.
Like in 5-minute crafts or something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But
Wait,
does that actually work though?
I don't
I
know.
think it works.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it works because of the what
Like
do you
the
call it?
chemical.
The carbon.
Sugar.
Yeah, the carbon dioxide inside.
Yeah.
For,
Okay.
well, also the same thing for during COVID, malls were forced to close. So then shops would just go outside into the parking lot and just sell there, and like in buses or vans. So they didn't lose
Lovely.
business. Right, lovely. And then restaurants, instead of closing, they were forbidden from opening. So instead of like taking people in as guests, the restaurants opened and they registered the guests as like food testers because that was allowed as like staff training. So that was also a good way to avoid.
Wait, but like when they change like the Coke to like stain remover and like the people like the guest as what was it? Food tester?
Yeah.
Doesn't the government say something to it?
I mean, it's like a hole in the laws, so they can't. I mean, they do say, and after the
Kind of backfires, right?
now Poland's like the worst one with. I mean, one of the worst countries with COVID. So all these things, maybe they're good for the
Oh.
economy for like a while, but yeah. It's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Yeah, in India, there's all these like political rallies happening and like all these like, different incidences where people get together, like festivals and stuff, where it's very hard to like control the virus. So I can totally relate to that.
Yeah.
Wait, do you feel like frustrated?
Actually, I just feel like it's funny.
I mean,
Yeah.
is that the reason why they're like increasing like the COVID patients?
I
Because
don't know. I
like,
think there are
people don't take it
many
seriously?
reasons. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but it
that's
is
one
funny.
of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's not like rare. Like you can like the sugar thing is most businesses do that,
And it's pretty
Whoa.
smart, to be honest.
right?
Yeah.
Kinda like sneaky.
Smart but kind of dumb.
Yeah.
So if we look at this in a economic lens,
Okay.
it definitely the government intervention is a market failure for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Why are we talking about economics now?
Because this is economic,
Okay,
right?
so-
Everyone that takes economics, IB.
Do you
But I
think
feel
fun?
like government intervention is not one of the causes of market failure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
No
is.
class anymore,
No,
guys.
government intervention is as a result of market failure. Like the government intervenes to,
But it
Stop.
does
should we
lead to
maybe
market failure
Move on, guys.
sometimes.
Move on.
yeah, in this case,
'Cause
the
there's-
government intervention failed.
Exactly.
Mm.
That's
Okay.
fine. We can cut this out if you want, guys.
It's fine.
Cool beans. On to India.
So this is in as large scale and like about the whole country as like South Korea and Poland, but there's a really cool story about the richest man in India. It's Mukesh Ambani. His father owned Reliance Appliances, and when he passed away, he didn't have a will of any sort. So his wife, divided the company in two parts for both of the brothers, Mukesh Ambani and Anil Ambani. Turns out Mukesh Ambani goes on to like succeed with his half and owns billions, and he comes onto the top 10 richest people on the Forbes list time and again. But his brother Anand Ambani, he got bankrupt a couple of times, and he kind of failed in his whole business career.
What
So
was the company?
Yeah.
What did
Reli-
they sell?
Oh, Reliance. So they sell everything from hardware to like electronics, and
So it was an IT company or something?
well, yeah, kind of a very interesting like thing that happened during. So we had a demonetization of a couple of years ago, where they changed the notes
Mm-hmm.
to get out all the black money. So
Oh.
what Mukesh Ambani did at the time was he introduced Geo. He just gave everyone free Wi-Fi, 2 GB every day. And
People must have liked him so much.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
They got free Wi-Fi for the day. It also increased his sales and got rid of the black money. Everyone knew what was happening, but no one could say anything. So well, they're like a constant talk of the town family.
Do they still exist?
Yeah.
Are they in jail or something?
No, Mukesh Ambani is fine. He saved his brother a couple of times from complete bankruptcy, and
Do they
just
still
going to
share the
jail.
profit?
Sorry.
Do they show? Do they like share the profit?
No. So Anil Ambani had his half of the company, Reliance Industries, and Mukesh Ambani had his half. That was done.
Oh, so they don't. Okay, they don't help each other now.
Yeah, Mukesh Ambani just gives him money
Yeah.
when he has to.
Okay.
Yeah, and Mukesh Ambani has like 2 sons and a daughter, and they're both really, all 3 of them are doing really good.